Hello and welcome to this edition of How's That? With me, as always, is Vijay Lokpalli, my friend and colleague. We also have former India captain Ajay Jadeja. You will remember that we promised you that he was keen to come and have conversation with us. So here he is, one of the finest students of the game, Ajay Jadeja, the man himself. Welcome to How's That, Ajay?
Thank you. Thank you for being so kind and such sweet words. It is always a pleasure to be around not just you, but Vijayji also. I hopefully will spend some time and learn something about the game.
Yeah. Ajay, I will take you back to Sharjah. Since IPL is on in Sharjah, I will take you back there. You played a handful of games there, quite a number of games, in fact. Scored about 700 odd runs. I looked up your statistic. 700 runs in Sharjah, just 7 sixers, Ajay. Do you think the ground has shrunk? We get to see 7 sixers in 20 overs now.
No, the ground is very much the same. The wicket is still 22 yards. The ball is still 5.5 ounces. I think the players have changed. I mean, players have changed the way they think, the way they approach the game. We're talking of 25 years ago, and we're talking of a time when there was no internet. If I don't know if some kids are watching us or not, but if you told a kid that, oh, there was no internet, they'll say, which world were you born in? Or, so we're talking of an era which was, a different era, and how people, human beings, not just cricketers, I think how we looked at, daily life or the game was different. And don't forget, I mean, you're talking about sixes. I think most of us who in our generation, wherever we went to practice or play every day, that you hone your skills, would have not been even allowed to play a ball in the air. So how do you hone those skills? Whereas a kid today who goes to a practice ground probably plays 3, 4, 5 balls before he hits the next ball out of the ground. So with sport, with most things in life, that you need to practice, you need to learn, you need to master it. It takes a period of time. So I think that is why we see this big, huge change in the game. Is not only at the end. I think I see it with the kids who are practicing, who are playing now. Maybe it's a good thing or a bad thing. I am no one to sit and judge here. In olden days, you would have, say, 5 places in Delhi, or maybe 5 grounds or 5 major coaching centers in Mumbai. The thought process would be similar. Now with, say, 250 places going around, it has given people to think differently, practice differently, learn this very sport and approach it differently. That is why we see the difference in the way they are playing. It is not at the top. I think the reason is it's at the bottom. And when Viru came, what did we say? When Viru arrived at Test cricket, what conversation happened? He thinks of Test cricket differently. So similarly, like he had come after seeing Sachin Tendulkar bat. So each generation has got faster, and the processors are getting faster now. They have just taken it to another level. 6 hitting is like how kids today probably don't have, not kids, even the professionals may not have the skills to take singles, but they have the skills to hit sixes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously demands of the game have changed, isn't it? You have to be supremely fit, and to hit those sixes, you have to be very strong also. So it is a combination of a skillful approach.
Ajay, I will take you back to someone like Lance Klusener. Back in 1999 World Cup, when he came to England, there was talk about how he had practiced hitting those big shots, and he could really hit the ball hard. Now that you mention all these coaching camps across the country, not just in Delhi and Mumbai, but across the country, I think young batsmen are learning to play the big shots even at these nets.
Oh, they are. That's what they're doing. I mean, it's like the hours that you spend doing, trying to master a skill is now the time that is spent on mastering a skill of hitting a six is far beyond. And when they watch it also every day, IPL is on these days. What do you see? 4 6s, more and more. So they are seeing how many different ways of hitting. So they are watching it. They are learning from there. They've got Brian Lara, Sunil Gavaskar, people talking now. Kevin Peterson is interesting to hear. So they are learning from even the television. I think the coaching is no more at the grounds anymore. It is unfortunate because I was talking to Vijayji the other day about Sir and how much we learned. And I think coaches in olden days were not only teaching you how to bat and bowl, but they actually were teaching you way of life, which is what you don't see. So you were taught first differently, and then you went out and went out of the house, and then you did what you wanted to do and how you wanted. But basically, you were taught first the basics of life, so the basics of the game, which is not wanted by kids anymore, not required, because how everything is changing. So that is changing. And sometimes I argue this point when people say, oh, they are stronger, they are better, they are this, that. No, sir, I remember a footage from many years ago. I saw Gary Sobers hit 6 sixes in an over. And out of those 6 sixes, 3 of them went to somewhere in the road. The Sharjah ground is smaller than that ground also. So it wasn't that people could not hit. It wasn't that the bats have become better. It is not that. I think the approach of one man in those days, say Gary Sobers, or coming closer to what I actually saw live, Vivian Richards, Gordon Greenidge, Kapil Paji. Kapil Paji scored a 175 in 1983. It took how many years after that to get somebody to get past him and to get to 200? So in those days, I think the geniuses were far superior geniuses. People have caught up to them. The average has gone there, but that is what I still argue. I say I don't count Gary Sobers out. Lance Keynes used to hit sixes with one hand out of that Melbourne ground, which was 110, 20, 30 yards. But everybody else couldn't hit. So there were geniuses even at that time. And I think there are geniuses even today. But the average has gone up. Average person needs to be able to hit sixes to play this game of cricket. Sorry, coming back to Lance Klusener, I stopped you.
Yeah.
So I think Lance Klusener was also one of those players that had practiced hitting much more than everybody else was hitting.
Yeah, I have always wanted to ask you one thing. During that era, there was a fantastic finisher called Michael Bevan. So, would you think how would he have fitted in today's game? Do you think he would have excelled as a finisher as he was then? I mean, he also would take it literally to the last over and finish the game. So, and not a big hitter.
He was fabulous. His consistency, the number of times that he's won games at the end was, I think in that era, he was the player. He was the number one. When you put a great question, because he wasn't the greatest striker of the ball. He wasn't one of those that you remember and say, "Arey, yaar, ye chakka mara, udhar chokka mara." But he understood the game, what was required to finish a game, where there was a limited over game. There was no 20-20 in that time. But in a 50-over game, he would pace his innings so beautifully. And because he had, the ability to place the ball and pick 2s, 1s, 4s, whatever that was required. And he showed you another way of playing. He showed you that to be successful, not to compare, because as soon as you talk these days, people, but say what Mahendra Singh Dhoni does in the last 15 years is what Michael Bevan was probably doing in those days. In a run chase, he would not hit. At one time he had to hit a last ball. I think Roger Harper was bowling. He hit a 4 over his head. I very clearly remember in Australia. But he would take it till there. And I think that is a skill that a lot of us didn't have at that time, and he was the leader. He understood the game much better. What was taking a game deep, the term that is used now very loosely, I think he was the founder of it. He was the first guy that I can remember who would take a game as deep as possible to the last ball and be more successful more times and more successful than anybody else in the chases, and not a big striker. So it shows you that this game, like life, allows you to play it the way you want to play it, and there's no right and wrong way of playing it.
So, do you see anyone remotely like Michael Bevan, for example? Would you say Rahul Tewatia, a couple of innings that he's played for Rajasthan Royals this season? I'm not saying let us compare him with Michael Bevan. He's a long way from that. But does it kind of remind you of how he finishes off game? And of course, he's still learning the ropes. He's still not been able to achieve it consistently. But this year, do you think someone like Rahul Tewatia has made the biggest impression as a finisher?
I think what has impressed me about him the most is, I will leave that first inning out where he hit all those sixes right at the end, because everybody who saw it would have seen how the inning progressed. I would even leave the game that he won against Hyderabad, where he hit Rashid Khan reverse sweeps and got the game, because right at the end it was almost like a domestic game that was going on, because you only had domestic bowlers apart from Rashid at that stage. But what I really liked about him is the 2 games that they've lost. Because that question that you put, is he like Bevan's style or would stay till the end? So what he's shown me is that these are success days, but even on days where he's not been successful, he isn't one of those who's thrown it and gone. He has made sure that he does the best, because if he's not there, there is nobody else who's going to win the game. So he's taking it deep. And I think if the team uses him much better, puts responsibility on him, he will grow. Because like most players, no player, leave Tendulkar. I mean, I won't talk about him in the league of any other cricketer or Kapil Dev. These are people who you don't even look at. You just pray and enjoy them. But most cricketers were not the cricketers when they came first time in the game. You look at Rahul Dravid. When he started playing cricket for India in 96, 97, to 98, 99, and when he left, he was one of the finest finishers of the game. But it wasn't at the start. So similarly, I think most players get better and better, but depends how you start using them. If Rahul Tewatia is kept using only at number 6, then he will have no chance to grow as a player, because you need to be there early to be pacing the innings, controlling the innings. So if he's not used better, then he might end up just being one of these who comes and hits sixes at the end. And sixes are like this, kabhi lagegi, kabhi nahi. Chris Gayle saab bhi kabhi chalte hai, kabhi nahi. So wo ek alag game hai. But Rahul Tewatia, I think, has shown me temperament that he should be nurtured by even Indian cricket. We don't have too many guys who have that kind of temperament. Just because we had Dhoni, we feel blessed. But look around Dhoni for the last 10 years. Who else can you think would take a game deep?
And Ajay, this thing about hitting sixes, I remember first coaches would say that you had to connect the ball well, try and reach the pitch of the ball. And if you're trying to play this square or behind, you have to use the pace of the ball, right? But today, there is no science involved. I mean, you're just clobbering a ball. A good ball is disappearing into the stand. So do you think it's become easy to hit sixes, or it has become difficult for the bowlers to defend themselves and bowl those six, a ball which will not go for a six? So, or is sixes also losing its relevance? I mean, too many sixes is taking away the fun part from the game.
Well, I don't know. I enjoyed hitting, and I still enjoy watching somebody being hit for a six. But I think the bowlers are thinking differently, na, sir? I think the bowlers are, even in this IPL, we've seen so many sixes, right? Sharjah, everybody is talking about sixes. How many pure fast bowlers who are playing? Jofra Archer is playing, Rabada is playing, Cummins is playing. How many of these guys have been hit for sixes? Not many. One or six, yes, we saw 6 from Carey of Archer, but barabar ka takkar ka player. So I think what had happened in the last few years, or I see the change this year in the IPL. We had stopped looking at bowlers as if that they are there to win games, or they are there who can decide how the play will go. You were doing with any kind of, even in the auction, poor bowlers never get anything. It is a batsman who's paid, who succeeds 4 or 5 times out of 14. They were ready to pay him. Now the smarter teams have started to figure out, yaar, bowlers ko rakho, because he will bowl 24 balls even if he's having a bad day. Now you're seeing captains in this IPL, 7 bowlers in their team. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see. As soon as the bowlers have come into play, you see already in this IPL, the average scores are going down. It was only that first match that Samson had a merry time against Chawla and all, who was hitting sixes lagatar. But it will come down if you have bowling quality like this. Last 5 days we've seen slog overs, which people count as there's no fun in it. One game, I can't remember teams now, but one team scored 25 runs in the last 5 overs. One team scored 32 in the end. These are teams who had 7 wickets in hand.
Yeah.
Because now you're seeing bowlers who are bowling at a pace or bowling with the knowledge or the skills that is not just to hit 6. But there was a period where there were only bowlers के यार either 6 or single. कि out करने का सोच ही नहीं रहे. There was a thought off stump के बाहर. Even I can understand when Russell is going mad or say AB de Villiers has got after you. You start bowling those wide outside off stump Yorkers. It makes sense. Because you don't want to be hit for a 6 every ball, but not when some ordinary player is playing. When will you bowl in that stump? So now I think we've turned around. You and I will start enjoying the game more. I think it won't be so easy to see 6s, but the class players have added. In olden days, openers first down, 2 down, 3 down were never meant to hit 6s. Now you look at KL Rahul. Chris Gale is struggling at the other end. This fellow hits 2 6s straight. So their skills have become better. Bowling skills have not become that much better. I think that is the reason.
Ajay, the game that you were talking about, where a team got 32 runs in 5 overs and 25, and the other team got 25 in 5 overs, was played only last night. This was the Delhi Capitals managing to win with some terrific death overs bowling. And Vijay and I were talking about how high quality bowlers, especially the faster one, can turn matches around in that death over.
Absolutely. I think you're absolutely right, because if you have high quality kind of bowlers, only then you will see there is some trouble for the batsman. Because if you think that, I missed this ball, I can hit the next one, then it becomes easier for a batsman. Na? So he is in confidence. But now when you feel, if I missed one ball, this guy is not going to give it to me in next time. So you try and do things. You try and take chances. And the other big difference to the end game, we're talking end of the innings, between 2020 and one-day cricket. The difference was, since the white ball came, the ball, once it gets old and scruffy, it used to move in the air. Now it doesn't happen neither in 25 overs, because 20 over game is 1 ball, and in a one-day game also now you have 2 balls that they change. Earlier they used to change it at 35 overs. So if you actually go and see numbers and how run rates have gone up or down, skills, we talk about bats and all. One major changes that you will see in cricket is this also. Since you had the rule of 25 overs by ball, 2 new balls in a one-day game will have a certain number of runs scored in a start and end. Then you will see there was a period when 35 overs where you started changing a ball. So that time the same 50 over game looked different. And then you go to an era where you used to use 1 ball in subcontinent. Whereas when we went to South Africa or Australia, there if you had 2 new balls, then it was ulta game. So the conditions have also kept changing. The condition of the ball for me is the most important. One is the wicket, one is outside. I can only talk to both of you about this, because when I'm talking other places now, people don't understand what is he talking about, condition of ball, condition of wicket. उसमें क्या फर्क पड़ता है? आप लोग समझते हो इस बात को, इसलिए आपसे बात हो सकती है इन चीजों की.
अभी तो बॉल बनता भी नहीं होगा. I don't think teams even worry about preparing ball for reverse swing anymore.
No, where will you reverse swing? The ball is new ball. Unless you were playing. So Sharjah we saw yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was, when Nokia was bowling, when that seam was coming straight, the ball is torn on the one side. You could see it flipping, and suddenly you saw the ball dip a little, and then it hit somebody's foot. So that part, once that starts coming in, then it becomes the bowler has some. But for that you need that speed, na. But now this year I'm enjoying it. How are you enjoying this year's IPL?
One reason why I dragged Vijay into this was because I wanted cricket conversations. We were coming out of a pandemic. We had not had long cricket conversations, and I see this as a game of cricket. I don't see this very differently to 50-over games or even test matches. This is a contest between bat and ball, between captain and captain. And I'm enjoying the chess matches that captains and coaches are playing between themselves.
But do you think, because I'm writing a book on captains, do you think that the captains have any role left in this game?
In this game,
Yeah.
yes, they have, because ultimately, if a tough decision has to be made, it will have to be made by the captain. I mean, you may say ये तो उसने suggestion दिया या फलाने ने बोला, but decision किसने दिया कि बॉल कौन करेगा? जब तक कप्तान आपको बॉल देगा नहीं, आप करोगे नहीं, right? So captain, I think, is the only sport where captain is so very important. What do you say?
I totally am with you, but I have a question for both of you, because did you watch the game Delhi versus when Shreyas Iyer got injured?
Delhi
Shoulder.
and Rajasthan Royals.
Did you watch that game?
Yes.
Okay. If you watched that game, did you see anything different from Delhi's bowling lineup or bowling style when Shreyas Iyer went away and Shikhar Dhawan was captaining?
Shikhar was very involved. He had some. See, मुझे इतना पता था कि वो फील्डिंग पोजीशन पे ध्यान दे रहा है और खिलाया जा रहा है, बिकॉज़ हमको इस पे फील्डिंग पोजीशन दिखते नहीं है जय. If we are at the ground, we would know कि किसको कहाँ जाने के लिए बोल रहा है.
No, I'm saying how they use the bowlers, because captain has many things. I totally agree.
Yes.
But how Delhi played a match before that, or 5 matches before that, who bowled which number of overs. When at least in olden days, when you captain changed, you saw a change in how you use the resources. On that day, I didn't see any change.
I look at it slightly differently, Ajay. I go back to Trent Bridge, 1996. Azharuddin was captain of the Indian team. We saw Sachin Tendulkar lead an Indian team for the first time in that third test match. We didn't see anything different. We expected him to be dramatically different to Mohammad Azharuddin, but he wasn't, because he was vice captain. And because Shikhar was only deputizing for Shreyas Iyer, I think the thought process remains the same. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is too much of Ricky Ponting and his line of thinking, the coach and the line of thinking. It is the captain's game at the end of the day. Till my last breath, I would like to believe that cricket allows captains to do all the thinking.
Yes. Okay, let me put a question to you. So he's got hurt. Now you have on the field the Delhi team. There is Shikhar Dhawan, there is Ajinkya Rahane, there is Ravichandran Ashwin. Who would you make the captain?
Vijay, 1 minute. Ajay is creating that 1975 situation where Mansoor Ali Khan Patodi was off the field. You had Venkat Raghavan, Farooq Engineer, and I think Prasanna as well. Each of them wanting to be captain of the team. And then there was Sunil Gavaskar. I think it was Venkat, Sunil Gavaskar, and Farooq Engineer, the three of them. Eventually, it was Farooq Engineer who led the side briefly when Tiger was off the field. But Vijay, I'll let you answer this question at large. Who would be captain of Delhi Capitals when Shreyas Iyer is off the field?
If I would want anybody to lead, I think I would like Ashwin to lead.
Fair enough.
I would go with Shikhar Dhawan because he has led Delhi Capitals before. Ashwin is fairly new in the side and he shoulders great responsibility. Ashwin would have wanted to be captain of the team. I don't think we should kid ourselves there. Ashwin would have wanted to be captain of Delhi Capitals, but they went with Shreyas Iyer because he was continuing from last year and he'd done a decent job. And I think as a stopgap, Shikhar Dhawan did a very good job, and that must be the best choice because Ashwin would try and bring in his own personality into the game, and that might not have fit very well with the Delhi Capitals line of thinking.
So that is what I'm saying. How we used to look at this game, or Indian cricket looks, is very simple. I mean, Indian cricket has made clear Ajinkya Rahane was supposed to be India's captain also at one time. He was in line.
He led.
So I'm saying Ashwin is supposed to be one of this captain, but Ricky Ponting, such a smart play that he had in that opportunity, he made sure that throughout this IPL, nobody will now worry about Shreyas Iyer can come back and start leading again. So
Yes.
I am saying it is, but it is not captain who's making calls. That is what I'm saying. That is the sad part. Because I saw Virat Kohli yesterday. After the match talking about I wanted left hand, right hand combination. I didn't want AB de Villiers to come and bat at Sharjah. So that shocked me even more. I said, an aggressive captain who leads India thinks is now justifying a call, because any captain, when they make a call, things can go right and wrong, and after the event is a waste of time to even discuss. I've always maintained this. Before you make somebody a captain, please spend time, discuss. Once you made him, then you go with his decision. But I'm saying, so that was a shocking one for me.
Is it also true, Ajay, that there could be occasions when you make observations better from outside than you are inside? Because here, inside your mind is cluttered. From outside, you are watching it differently and thinking for everyone, and you are not feeling the pressure of a captain on the field. So, do you think you see cricket differently, or sometimes even better than the man inside?
My personal experience has been that I don't think I saw cricket the way I see now. Since I don't play, I think I probably watch the game in a much broader perspective and understand the game much better than I was playing. There is no doubt. When you are in there, age is a factor, experience is a factor. But when you are inside, it's instinctive. But when you are outside, your emotions are not involved. It shouldn't be. I mean, some people still do get involved, but from outside, obviously, you see a much broader view you have, and you have an overall view. You're not looking as an individual. But I am still for, if you make somebody the captain, you should only make him for his thought of the game. And when the time comes, decision making should be made by his thought. Not the right thought, but his thought. So
Yeah,
that is
fair enough.
That is
may make a
why
bad. Sorry. Yeah.
So that is why it has prompted me to, come out with what I have or what I think about what a captain should be. So IPL gave me in the 13 years, we've seen great captains come to this game and lose everything that they had earned while they were leading their countries. What thought process that they had for years and years. Suddenly they came into IPL and their thought of cricket was not required, not wanted, and they didn't even share it.
That's a great note for us to end this conversation. Of course, there is more to follow, and that will come in the second episode of a special show with Ajay Jadeja.